Violin Concerto No. 1 and the Stradivari Rose, Story and Pre-Movement Narrations by Nicholas Wing, composer and author. Movement 1, Story, Narration, The Rose and the Storm. The Stradivari Rose is in the midst of a heavy rain, and yet she risks her beauty to shield the birds seeking shelter from the storm. The birds dart through the narrow passages between the petals and vines, which are too small for the ravens, while the dauntless clusters of thorns protect the tiny birds perched within the lovely and enchanted rose bush. The rose carefully guides each runnel of rain, so that not a drop mats the feathers of the dry and cozy birds who cannot fly with drenched wings. The rose's beauty is delicate and ephemeral, yet she poises herself and sings to comfort the birds in the midst of the rainy tempest. Movement 2, Story, Narration. Stradivari Rose, Music Box. The rose's freshly wilted petals lay upon the ground as the birds emerge after the storm. They lament and mourn the rose who so courageously protected them with all her heart. The hummingbirds collect and adorn the rose with daisy-chained flowers, while a bird nest wreath is gathered together. The birds flutter to the wreath to lay the twigs and rose petals, and when they disperse, a perfect circle remains. A fine quill is fastened with a bow at its base to celebrate her beauty forever. Suddenly, one tiny bird raises its wings and chirps excitedly to the others. The rose's teardrops shimmer in the sunlight, and she raises her beautiful face once more. The birds look at the Stradivari rose and then to one another in suspended disbelief, for she has blossomed into the most beautiful of all the roses. Movement 3, Story, Narration, Winged Waltz. The lovely birds dance their winged waltz to celebrate the return of the Stradivari rose. The hummingbirds stream their fair flowers along the branches, thorns and vines of the rose which sheltered the birds from harm's way. Bouquets are presented to the Stradivari rose from around the world, as word of her beauty and her loving heart was told and retold through the bird song and music boxes forever. And so the singular beauty and courage of the rose was remembered for all time by the birds and their many bird nest wreaths. Upon each one was a rose and a quill fastened with a bow. The end.